Hi besties, if this is your first time seeing my face, my name is Wahome, and on this side we talk about women leveling up. If that is something that you'd be interested in, make sure that you subscribe and join the family. Also don't forget to like, comment and share this video. Thank you. Today we'll be talking about how to practice self-love as a feminine woman. And this video was inspired by this old notebook of mine that as you can see, it is full. I don't know if you can see it, but it is full. I was looking for something in this old notebook, a number that I had written back in 2021, and then I found this self-love guideline and I thought it was a great idea because these tips, I'm not giving tips that I've just researched and found out that they work. I'm giving tips that I have implemented myself and they have really helped me. I cannot remember clearly where I got these tips from, but I know they are from a book, but I don't know which book it is. If you know which book it is, please share in the comment section so that I can also reread the book because I find these tips very amazing. Before the beginning of my self-development journey, I used to think that self-love was making your nails, changing your hair, changing your wardrobe, and all those physical things. And this perception was influenced by social media because I used to see the girlies that seemed like they loved themselves, used to do these things. And I'm not saying these things do not improve your self-love. These things are part of self-love and they are called self-care. But self-love is more than just self-care. And in this journey, the definition of self-love that I have found resonates the most with me is that self-love is an appreciation of yourself for the physical, emotional, and spiritual support that you provide to yourself. On to the tips. The first tip is appreciating yourself. We live in a world where if you have done 10 things and one of them you have done wrongly and the other 9 things you have done correctly, that one thing that you have made a mistake with will overshadow the other 9 things. And this does not just happen with other people. We also treat ourselves in the same way. If we make a mistake, it overshadows all the right things that we have done, and we criticize ourselves so harshly because of just one mistake. And we forget to appreciate ourselves for the 9 things that we have done correctly. And this can also be seen even in small things. Sometimes when you go to do your nails, when that guy does you good designs, you're so appreciative of him, you're so grateful, you thank him. But do you take a step back to reflect on where that money came from and appreciate the person who provided that money? Most likely, if it is you who has provided that money, you will take it for granted. But it is important to take a step back and appreciate yourself for working hard, earning that money, and treating yourself to those nails. Also appreciate your body. Be grateful for every part of your body. It does not matter how it looks or what the society tells you it should look. Just be appreciative that you have that body part. And you can appreciate yourselves even with gifts. Do not just be gifting other people and you never gift yourself. We are actually going into Christmas where we'll be gifting our loved ones. Make sure that you buy yourself the most expensive gift of all the gifts that you will buy. Appreciate yourself for taking care of yourself from January up to December. The second tip is affirmations. I don't know how many of you have tried manifestation and it always fails. I was in this same situation 2-3 years ago where I was manifesting things and nothing was happening. But once I started my self-love affirmations, I have slowly built my belief in myself and I love myself and I have fully understood that I am worthy of these things. Because when you do not love yourself, you think that you're not worthy of the things that you're trying to manifest, and you'll keep manifesting things and they will not happen. You need to take a step back and start with self-love affirmations. I love saying the affirmation of I love and I approve of myself. Do what resonates with you, but make sure that you're telling yourself each day that you love yourself. Look in the mirror and look straight into your eyes and tell yourself 10 times in the morning that I love you, I love you, I love you. And in the evening, repeat the same thing. This will make you love yourself and understand that you are worthy and that you deserve good things in this life. And when you go to manifest other things, you'll be able to manifest these things and have them. The third thing is do things that you love. I know most of us has been pushed by society, our parents, and so many other influences to do things that we do not even enjoy. We have so much pressure going to school, doing a degree in medicine, and you don't want to become a doctor. You want to become a dancer. Understand yourself, know yourself, and you can understand yourself through journaling or meditation. Try to discover the things that you love. Once you discover the things that you love, start taking intentional steps towards those things. For example, if you have studied to become a doctor and you don't want to become a doctor, you want to sing, you have a talent for singing, you can start with what you have. You can even start recording yourself and posting here on YouTube or on TikTok, on social media. You can start even on TikTok, especially TikTok, it's not very hard. And I'm not saying if you're working somewhere toxic, you just quit your job and then you start doing what you love. What I'm saying is, you first identify what you love and then you be intentional about it. You start taking steps towards exiting what you're currently doing that you hate towards what you love. Work towards your dream and what you love. Do not let the society make you do things that you do not love. The fourth tip is to find replacement for the mean words that you say to yourself. For example, if you're the type of person that when you make a mistake, you tell yourself, oh, I'm so stupid. Or when you pass by a mirror and you see yourself, you say, oh, I'm so fat. Oh, my tummy is so big. I am so ugly. I am so shapeless. Replace those words. Guys, let me tell you one of the most important things that I have learned in this self-development journey. You can never criticize yourself. And I was talking to someone the other day and they were telling me that they always criticize themselves. And I was asking them, why do you criticize yourself? And they replied and told me that everyone criticizes themselves. This is the only way that you can be able to learn and improve on your mistakes. But I told her that is a lie. When you criticize yourself, you keep talking negatively to yourself. You stay in that negative energy and you do not change. And even your brain understands your behavior. That when you do a mistake, you just talk negatively to yourself and then move on. But when you become kind to yourself and show yourself patience and love, you are slow to anger. You do not say harsh words to yourself. You treat yourself like a 3-year-old. When a 3-year-old does a mistake, you explain to them, you have done this and this and this, and this is how you should have done it. That is the same way that you should be treating yourself. For example, if you were to send an email to your boss and you forgot about it, there is no benefit in you just criticizing yourself, telling yourself how stupid you are. You cannot even be able to send a simple email. But being patient with yourself and trying to find ways, next time, what can I do? I can look for an online planner and plan my things so that next time my phone will alert me and remind me to send that email. You see, you are kind to yourself. Also, that example of going to the mirror and starting to say negative things to yourself, from today, I want you to practice this. Each time you pass by a mirror, tell yourself, hi gorgeous, I see you, you're looking good, hi beautiful. Just be romantic to yourself. Love on yourself. Those things that you expect your boyfriend to tell you or your partner, tell yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself in the morning, you're so beautiful, you're so smart, today you're looking good, that red lipstick looks amazing on you. Do not seek validation from other people. Give yourself that validation. The fifth tip is to ditch self-deprecating humor. Self-deprecating humor means jokes that criticize yourself. For example, when I was a student, we used to have this girl that had been nicknamed Fatso. And this girl had accepted this name and it had become part of her. And even when new teachers or new students came and asked her what her name was, she would say that her name was Fatso. And when we were playing in the field, she would make really bad jokes about herself. For example, when the wind was blowing, she would call us and say, come hold on to me, at least I'll make my ugly fat self useful by saving your lives. And everyone in the field would laugh, and she had accepted that this was her. She was fat and she was ugly. And ladies, our subconscious mind does not know the difference between reality and jokes. When you say mean jokes about yourself, it takes whatever you're saying at face value. It does not evaluate it and decide this is a joke. I cannot believe this. I can only believe this. No. For example, when you call yourself fat and ugly, the universe will work to ensure that you become fat and ugly. And this is how manifestations work. Do not allow jokes that criticize yourself just to make other people laugh. And you'll make these people laugh, and when they go to their home, they won't remember even the joke, but your subconscious mind will be remembering. Therefore, never make any self-deprecating jokes. The sixth tip is to let love in. If you're a millennial or an early 2000 Gen Z, we grew up with very tough African parents where love was not openly expressed. You could never hear them telling you that they love you or they care about you. You could not even hear them telling each other that they love each other. Even holding hands, they could never hold hands. Saying I love you was a taboo in those homes. And most of us, even to date, we have not even mastered the courage to tell our siblings or our parents we love them. And it's not our fault. So do not criticize yourself. And it's not our parents' faults. They were just doing the best they knew how to do with the knowledge that they had. We grew up in an environment where love was foreign. We didn't know what love is. And now that we are adults, we are not able to receive love. Also, we grew up in very toxic environments where we were always criticized. We were never enough. We could never do anything perfectly. There was always something bad that we had done. And this makes it really hard for us to accept and receive love. But be intentional about it. When someone compliments you, accept the compliment. Say thank you. Do not let someone tell you you look good in red lipstick and then you start saying, oh, my teeth are not yellow. Just say thank you. This was one of my biggest weaknesses. I could not be able to say thank you. If someone told me your hair looks good, I would start saying, oh, the gel I used today, oh, this hairstyle, you should see the other. But these days, when you tell me I look nice, I just say thank you. Another way to let love in is to take care of your body. Eat nutritious food. Move your body. Do not spend your whole day in the couch or in the bed just laying down. Move your body. Also say nice things to yourself. You remember that tip of saying affirmations? When you wake up in the morning, after you have said, I love you, I love you, I love you, also tell yourself, after you have dressed up and you're ready to step out, look in the mirror. Tell yourself, you look nice, you're beautiful, that red lipstick looks good on you, that top looks amazing on you. When you go out, it does not matter what anybody tells you. You already know that you look good. The other thing to let love in is to have sex. And I'm not saying you go around having unprotected intimacy. No, this is only applicable when you have a partner or when you're married. Learn to enjoy this thing. It is a gift from God. Let you and your partner learn each other. Communicate. Do not be afraid. You're not there to just satisfy him. You should also be satisfied. Express yourself when you're not satisfied and tell him what you'd like him to do differently. The last thing to let love in is to dress up and take yourself out. Do not just sit there and only go out when your partner takes you out. No, make it intentional. For example, you can say, I'll be taking myself out once a month. Go and explore these things and do not be shy. When you go there, do not care that people are looking at you. You are having dinner or lunch alone. Nobody cares. Just go there, go with your phone, go with your book, read a book, just enjoy your company. The 7th tip is to stop comparing yourself with others. I know we have all heard the saying, comparison is the thief of all joy. You'll compare yourself with others. You will never be the same with others. This is your journey. It is different from everyone's journey. And when you start comparing yourself with others, you'll become very sad and it might even lead to depression and it will even derail your progress. And one of the best examples that I like to tell people when they tell me, oh, why are you telling me not to compare myself with the others and the others are doing good and me, I'm not making any progress in my life, is the example of popcorns. When preparing popcorns, you put all of them in the oil and in the pot at the same time and you cover them. There's that one that pops the first one. And then there's that grain that pops as the last one. And some even pop after you have removed it from the stove. They're still popping. And once you start eating, I'm sure you do not know the difference between the one that popped first and the one that popped last. This is a good analogy of understanding that our lives are different. We will all pop at different times. And when we all pop and become successful, nobody will know that this is new money, this is old money. Just accept your path. Accept that this is my path. For me, I do not have an inheritance. For me, I have to work hard for it. The 8th tip is to forgive yourself. We are all humans. You will never and you can never be perfect. If you do not forgive yourself, you'll always live with bitterness because every day you'll always have a new mistake. You'll always do something wrong. If you pile up the bitterness, you will never be able to live as a happy woman. Forgive yourself. Let it go. You made that decision. Yes, it was a bad decision, but you made it based on the knowledge that you had at that time. If you had better knowledge, I'm sure you could not have made that decision. And nobody can make a wrong decision intentionally to harm themselves. We make these decisions because we think they will give us good results. For example, if you are regretting why you were dating someone, when you were dating them, they were treating you good and you thought you could be happy with them. You thought they could change. You thought they could do things better, but they did not. That is not your fault. You gave someone a chance because you believed in them. The 9th tip is to set boundaries. Do not let people walk all over you, especially friends and family. Set boundaries. Sometimes when we are young and people do things to us, we are afraid of speaking up, but now we are grown-ups. And even if you are young, even if you're watching me and maybe you are 18 or 19, be bold. Speak up for yourself. Humour human beings are selfish by nature. So nobody will be looking out for you. You have to look out for yourself. Speak up. Say, I don't like this. I don't like when this is done. If you do this again, then this will happen. Set clear boundaries and consequences to them. And especially with friends. There's those friends who like making negative jokes about you, and they're laughing it off. Like you do something and someone says, you're so stupid. Immediately they say it, check them, and do not be mean about it. Just tell them, I do not appreciate that. That was hurtful, and I would appreciate if you never said such words to me again. I'm telling you, that friend, they will respect you and they will never say such a thing to you. And if they continue saying such jokes, cut them off. Set boundaries. Choose yourself. I know people like saying when you choose yourself, you're selfish. No, you're not being selfish. You're just giving yourself priority. If you had planned to go somewhere with someone and for your own mental health, you feel like when you go there, you will not be okay, just call them politely and tell them you will not be able to make it. If they say you're selfish, you cannot be able to do anything for someone, let them say whatever they say. But for that day, you'll have chosen what is good for you. You'll have chosen yourself. And your mental health will be okay. There's no need for you to go out there and then come back home to cry yourself to sleep so that you can make the other person feel better. They should also understand that if something is affecting you mentally, you cannot choose them over yourself. The last tip is to be mindful and intentional. I know I've given you so many tips, but these tips cannot work if you're not mindful. You have to say, I'm starting to be intentional with self-love. I will not say negative things to myself. I will not tolerate toxic environments. I will not allow my family and my friends to speak negatively about me. I will appreciate myself. I will never criticize myself. You have to be intentional. And while you're starting this journey, always remember that self-love is not a destination. It is a journey, and it is not linear. It has a lot of ups and downs. There are days that you'll wake up and you will feel that you love yourself so much and you'll be so happy. And then there are days where you'll wake up and feel like you hate yourself. Do not start criticizing yourself and telling yourself you cannot even love yourself. No, be patient with yourself. Show yourself grace. Treat yourself like a 3-year-old kid. And if you want to fully understand this mindset of self-love, go and listen to an audiobook here on YouTube by Louise Hay called You Can Heal Your Life. That woman, I love her. She's such a gem. If you listen to that book, you will love yourself. And she always says, it does not matter the hardship or whatever you're going through in life. The only healing that you need is the healing of loving yourself. She says, never criticize yourself and always love yourself. Love and approve of yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope these tips will be helpful to you. And if you have any additional comments, leave them in the comment section below. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.